Greetings, gang. Happy late Tuesday morning. Okay, I want to ask you a quick question here. Y'all filed your taxes? You did it on time, right? Okay. If you didn't, you got stuck with penalties, interest, whole 9 yards. Anybody buy a firearm ever? Okay. You know that form you've got to fill out every single time? I don't care if you buy a weapon today, you've got to fill out a Form 4473 with the ATF to confirm that you are legal to own a firearm so they can run a background check on you. Buy another firearm tomorrow, you got to fill it out again just in case you committed a crime between yesterday and today, right? Ever fill one of those out? People denied because, hey, they don't meet the criteria for owning a firearm. Happens all the time, right? Okay. If you meet the criteria, you walk out of the gun store, where pawn shop, whatever it would be, with your weapon. Unless, of course, you're a Biden. How many of you remember this quote from a week or so back?
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
Remember Jack Smith saying that a week or so back when Trump was indicted? There's one set of laws for everyone in this country, and they're applied equally amongst everybody. Unless, of course, you're the president's son. In case you guys missed it this morning, Merrick Garland, the Department of Justice, and Hunter Biden have reached a deal. Hunter is going to plead guilty to 3 charges. 2 misdemeanors for filing late tax returns. Ooh, okay. And a charge for possession of a firearm while you're addicted to a controlled substance. Okay. So in other words, he lied on the 4473, which is, oh, by the way, a felony. Okay. Now, here's the fun part about it. The firearms charge is going to be diverted. Okay. And what that means is if Hunter meets certain conditions, the charge will go away. Hunter is going to get no jail time, and this will be expunged from his criminal record, even though he is an admitted crack addict who filed felonious information on a government form to possess a firearm, which of course Joe wants everybody to have confiscated from us. Hunter gets to walk scot-free. Why? Because he's Joe's son, and they don't want to have Joe pardon his own son. Okay? This is one set of laws, right, Jack? Okay? You have a former president who apparently now the court date for this debacle, that is the farce, that's the classified documents scam, where there is no classified documents, that's been set for a trial date for August 14th, where Trump can possibly get up to 100 years in prison for somewhere where no crime was committed. But you have a felony by the president's son that will easily be removed from a criminal record. Is Hunter still allowed to own firearms? Let me ask that question. Hey, Hunter, do you currently possess any firearms? I would bet with the last dollar I have that he still has them in his possession. No question whatsoever. But there's only one set of laws in this country, and we're all held accountable to them the same, right? Sure, I believe that. Do you? So you go on and you look at what the cover-ups are, all the crap that is the Biden lying regime, okay? He's covering for his son. This $5 million that's now supposedly $30 million that Congress is coming up with as what they're uncovering that Biden has taken in kickbacks, has taken in 10% to the big guy, has taken in bribes, okay? Where are all those charges? Where's the Department of Justice on that one? What happens here? Is Biden trying to play that one out long enough so he can pardon himself? Or maybe whoever they're hoping the next mentally incompetent president, i.e., if Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom somehow miraculously cheated their way into the White House, that they would pardon Joe? Yeah, that's the game plan of exactly what they're doing. Rules for thee and not for me. How many times have we all heard that one? Okay. You look at what's going on in the financial world, okay, and the criminal crap that's going on. How many scams have we heard go on with people defrauding the PPP or the bailouts for businesses, the EIDL loans that they were giving to business? Oh, these are going to be forgivable, whatever would be, right? How many small businesses have closed? Let's take that one on. This isn't just the United States. This goes into Great Britain. This goes into Canada, who did the same thing, okay? There are a whole bunch of businesses in Canada, like 250,000 of them, that can't pay these loans back. And those loans are going to force all these businesses to close. 250,000 small businesses closing. Canada has what? A half, maybe a third of the population of the United States. So what does that mean? If we go on the same thing, 500,000 to 3/4 of small businesses in the United States close, okay, where a lot of people work. Rules for thee and not for me, okay? Because there's plenty of, Nancy Pelosi getting loans to her daughter. Remember that one? Maxine Waters getting loans to her sister, I believe it was. Are they having to pay them back? Sure, the donor money kind of slides in there. Well, they'll be done. This is what we need to pay attention to, guys. There's a whole lot of crap going on with two standards. One for Democrat oligarchs, let's put it that way, and one for tax-paying citizens. All right, those of us that work for a living don't sit out there on the government dole all day and go, I've got a government job. My job is safe. I'll get paid whether I work or not. I collect welfare. I collect food stamps. I collect Social Security, disability, whatever would be. Not the ones that actually deserve it. The ones, as you all know, there's plenty of them who get it fraudulently. See the Biden government going after those people? No. Why? Because that's their voter base. Those are the people who have their hand out and go, Joe's going to give me more free money. Joe's going to keep me out of jail. This is what Joe does. This is the crap that we are dealing with this corrupt administration. They come up with phony charges against Donald Trump, drag him into court. They have real charges that can be put up against Hunter, and they negotiate their way out of it with no jail time. As long as you're a good boy from here on out, we'll forget about it, right? This is the double standard that we go under. How long do you think it's going to be until you are under that double standard, until I am under this double standard? Let's look at, media. They don't tell you the truth. They tell you what the narrative is for the day. If you don't agree with the narrative, let's pick somebody. Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Newsmax, OANN, James Woods. And if you don't toe the line and parrot the narrative, you're persona non grata. They go to destroy your life, right? You can't do anything. This is where it's coming to. The imperialistic leadership will bend the rules into a pretzel to make sure they can stay above the fray. But if you do something they don't like, illegal or not, They'll change the law to make sure they can prosecute you or persecute you in hindsight. Again, look at E. Jean Carroll. Well, the statute of limitations is over. You can't do anything in New York and sue Donald Trump. Don't worry. We'll change the law so you can. We didn't have to change the law for Hunter. The law was plain as day, and he committed a felony. But no, that's fine. He's Joe's son. We'll let that one slide. That's the future we have ahead of us. Pinball out.